Okay, okay. So I was able to get out of that closet, and, yeah, they tied the door on me, and, yeah. Just in time, though, for, well, one of the best bosses in the game. My favorite, actually. Not my favorite song, but, yeah, this guy. So I can finally talk about this again, that's right. I forgot what it was like to talk. Anyway, so this dude is that cowboy that Yazu met in the saloon. I'm pretty sure you've all figured that out. This guy's unique in that he's the only boss in the game to send out blue robots after you. That is to say, Southern Charge robots. For whatever reason, it's easier to manufacture in Northern, or something like that. I don't know. But this is the only boss that fires out blue bots at you. So that's something interesting, I guess. Also, the double hit is going to become something very useful later on. And, ow.
Did somebody mention fail?
No, you're not wanted.
Oh, come on, Aussie. It's all in good fun.
Alright, that's it.
Wait a minute. What do you...
So anyway, folks, this guy's laugh is pretty weird also. I really don't know where they, you know, got that guy's, you know, from. But it's enjoyable. The music is very up there, and I really enjoy that as well. In fact, I dare say this is like, you know, one of the, you know, best setup bosses in the game, and still to this day is the one that I would enjoy going back to and playing if this game had replayable bosses. Unfortunately, you have to fight your way through cows, plus, well, besides just Worlds 3-1 and 3-2, you also have to fight your way through 2 other worlds, and 2 of the best stages in the game, honestly, to get here. So, you never really get to fight this guy. The only boss I've fought more than, like, 5 times in my life is, well, and defeated them anyway, is the, the plant, really. Because that was the boss I always fought as a kid because I never saved the game because I didn't own a VMU at first. Yeah, that's right. I played through the entirety of Sonic Adventure in like a day because, hey, I didn't care about homework back then. Anyway, I believe this laser is supposed to be really devastating as an attack, but it's not because you can hide in the corners. And that's his final attack, his last stand, if you will, is a charge that, yeah, really easy to dodge. I'm sure you've been, you know, charged at by plenty of villains in the past. That's another thing that seems to be sort of cliche in these games. So, that should be nothing new to you, and you should have no problem against Cowboy Guy thing. I don't know, what sounds better? Cowboy Pete? Cowboy Tom? Cowboy Boy? Anyway, so we defeated him. And, that's it for the best world in the game. Goodbye, the fun levels. Oh, I jest. Worlds 4-1 and 4-4 are both really, really well-designed levels if you're not going to enjoy them entirely. That door does nothing. I have no idea what that's there for, except to be somewhere with a red X, I guess. And, I suppose with that, it's on to the future! No, literally, that's what the stage is. I suppose this was an interesting effect at the time. Little blinkety pixelated lights that follow Neo wherever he goes and make these cool pictures. I kind of wish there was some sort of like ice skating style music that went with these, but we're on to the wondrous world of the future. I hate these stages as a whole. If I had to say my favorite world overall in the game would be World 2. World 3 is enjoyable for the second half. This is where the game decides, you know what? We've been hard, but we haven't been impossible yet. Let's start working on that, guys. They've done everything except put a brick wall in front of you. Oh, I'm sorry. They put a steel wall in front of you. But steel can be destroyed after years of attempt. These stages are really rather challenging, and, well, at least the scenery's nice. And I almost died there. Forgive that incredibly embarrassing screw-up. That usually affects players in the first 2 worlds. By now, I should be over that, but I'm not. Yeah. Also, another nice little feature of the future worlds are alien. I think that's what those are supposed to be. I don't actually know. Anyway, this is where the platforming is going to become a little bit more, well, platforming heavy with the magnets. If you've been enjoying this game as a platform with occasional magnetism, then fear not, you are going to hate these last couple of stages. Or I should say, wonder not. Fear, definitely. Everything in here is out to kill you. Run through those with perfect timing if you want to even have an inkling of a chance of surviving. Sometimes the hitboxes will be really wonky and you'll still get hurt, you know. This really is like an incredibly painful gauntlet. Not that that's a totally bad thing. Also, if you want to choose between top and bottom route here, bottom route, well, challenges your inspiration of perspective. The bottom route just sucks. Or did I say that backwards? Yes, I did. But the top route is the way you want to go. Now here we can see a point in the level where, well, really, this is all magnetic platforming. I suppose this is when somebody got the idea that, hey, instead of just, you know, adding in these, like, 2-second moments in a couple of the last levels, we should make the entire game like this. And somebody said, no, that's dumb. Besides, we've already got so many well-designed and colorful and engaging, you know, themes for these levels. We're missing a couple, so let's just BS our way through that. But, let's add a challenge mission. There are 100 challenge maps, which basically pull that mid-air stunt stuff. That was what I finished first. I got through all the challenge maps before I finished the game. If that's a sign of the difficulty of the last couple of levels, then I don't know what is. Yeah. On to World 4-2. This level's not bad, it's just boring. And I have severe hate for it for no reason. I guess part of the reason why it bugs me is because, you know, if you heard Future 1's music, it just sounded really engaging and really exciting and felt like, what does the future sound like? This sounds like, hey, let's make everything marvelly and pretty and, yeah, it doesn't work. It's just not video game music. It's, let's plug out whatever we can with this and hope for the best. Also, interesting to note that these Zebi coins are literally, like, only accessible if you don't make it past that thing the first time. So I'd recommend, considering that they're worth 10 each, considering they're gold, get them all, like, right away. It's definitely well worth your time, effort, and money, etc. Well, not money, because you got 40 out of it instead of spending. Anyway, also be fast here. You need to make it over there. And for whatever reason, you can actually reach the pinky medal on that gate. I don't think that was intentional. A lot of this platforming is rather, you know, deadly and dangerous and annoyingly demanding. These lasers are some of the most annoying things in this game, but yeah, it's dumb. Also, it is possible, I found out, on an experimental playthrough once I found this game again, it is possible, actually, to bypass that second wall way back there. Texty, can we show a clip of that? Okay. And, yeah, that's just really hard to do, and I'm not exactly sure the, exact effort which needs to go into that. But back to the stage at hand. Now we've got ice in the middle of a futuristic stage. And I'm going to be keeping this little invincibility, you know, power pellet gook with me for a while. because I'm gonna need it. Oh, actually, am I? Yes, I am. This is where the long jump is absolutely necessary. If you do not long jump, you die. But here's the really interesting thing. As I mentioned before, the Japanese version of this game, the original version, had no checkpoints. Which means, since I died there, I'd be sent all the way back to the beginning of this stage. I don't think I could put up with that. That'd be torturous, really. Like, really nightmarishly torturous. One small mistake like that, and you'd be sent back to the beginning. Entirely. Especially when the, last couple moments in the stage require severe memorization. That's the last thing I want to put up with. But anyway. Oh, and the other thing that the Japanese version was missing, I forgot to mention, not only was it missing checkpoints, it also didn't have any of those iconic power pellet things. So that means that you literally had to make it through the entire game without getting hit at all. Yeah. These guys were not only cool, but also incredibly insane. Now I'm just kind of spazzing out here, hoping for the best, and it worked. Apparently one of those rounds actually destroyed the door. Yeah. I have no strategy for that, no suggestions, just hope for the best and break through. Eventually. After trial and error, I'm sure you'll figure out what it is too. This took me forever to figure out, so yeah. If I suffered, you should suffer. No, that's why I'm suffering. That's right, so you don't have to actually play this game if you don't want to. But I recommend getting it. See you next part.
Wait a minute, what are you- Wait a second, what are you- Wait a second, what are you- Yep, not going with that take. Nope.